What's up, guys? This is going to be kind of a long video. It's about 20 minutes long. I just wanted to warn you guys, but I am going to give you a table of contents, and this is not a basics video. If you don't know at least a little bit about FL Studio, you're going to be kind of lost. Go check out my FL Basics tutorial. Table of contents. What is up, guys? New video for the week. Today we're going to be covering how to remake the song Divergent by Mike Xanax. I think that's how you pronounce it. It goes a little something like this. And the drop. So we're going to be learning how to make this song. Basically, it was a request by a guy named NeedGravityGFX. I think that's what his name is. I could be wrong. He has a YouTube channel, and he made me some graphics, and he requested that I teach him how to, he said, this type of trap. I don't really know what he meant by type. To me, it's just trap, but I mean, so I just went ahead and remade the whole beat. But anyway, this is what I remade. So that's what mine sounds like. Anyway, first he has the intro being this. Okay, that's just one pattern that plays throughout the entire song. The sounds are Nexus presets. One is ethno lead, and the other one is mute guitars 1 with some EQ. Okay, slight EQ. I just EQ'd it until it sounded right, and right as soon as I listened to the song, I knew what presets it was. I knew exactly how to make the sound. The pattern is this. It goes for the ethno lead. It plays these notes, and then the mute guitar comes in and plays these by itself. So the whole pattern is this, but the ethno lead only plays this. Okay. If you don't have Nexus, just find a way to get it, buy it, download it. I don't care. But that's how you make that. Okay, and sorry if I'm going kind of fast. I don't want it to be a 20-minute tutorial. But that's the first pattern, and what he has here is a tempo automation clip. And how you do that is you right click on the tempo in FL Studio, create automation clip. It'll be just like flat, kind of like how this one looks. And sorry, I was checking my mic. And what you just do is you mess with it. I figured out the tempo, like the tempo, how it automates in the original, just by playing around with the envelope. And so it starts from a very slow tempo, and then right here he brings in some bells. And as you can see, the tempo just rises gradually until it reaches the point where the drums come in, and then it actually goes slower during the drop. Okay, but the bells play the exact same pattern. It's just hands up bells 1. That's the preset I used. I didn't get it to sound exactly the same, but I mean, it sounds good enough. If you compare the two, they sound different, but really it's really pretty much the same. But it plays the same pattern, except I think it's the same pattern exactly. There's one extra note, this note, but it's pretty much the same exact thing, same pattern for the bells. And then the tempo is gradually increasing. Then the drums come in, which the drums by themselves sound like this. That's the pattern for the build-up. What I did was I took two kicks, well, they're the same kick, just different pitches and different cutoffs. So this is the sub kick, and this is the higher frequency of the kick. And what I did was I soloed the bass and the kick during the drop, and I pitched up and down this kick drum until I got it to the point where it sounded the best leading into the bass, so it didn't mesh. And then I had this, just the original pitch, so it would sound like the original kick, just with basically more punch. This is just a snare sample. Just look up 909 samples. The EQ on the drums is that both of these kicks are the same mixer track. I EQ'd, might be a little extreme, but we got a limiter to make sure it stays at the same volume. We got some reverb, only hitting, I got the low cut on the reverb pretty high just to give it some air at the top. Peak controller, that is what a peak controller is basically what you use to sidechain in FL Studio. And what that does is it basically makes it so that like when the kick drum plays, something else gets lower in volume. So I had this peak controller and I linked it to the bass's parametric EQ. I right click on this and link to controller, and whenever the kick hits, the bass part of the actual bass will go down, see? So when the kick is playing, the bass part of the kick isn't meshing with the actual bass line. So anyway, it's lagging, using the wrong driver for this video. That's fine. It's lagging because of the automation clip. But anyway, right here, that is a plugin called Glitch 2 using the tape stop. If you don't have Glitch 2, there might be some other plugins, but this is pretty cheap, I think. I think it's like 50 bucks or maybe 20 or something. But I have an automation clip set, so the Glitch 2 only plays right here. See, this is it. I right click, automation clip, yeah, and so see, it's only on at that certain point. So yeah. Alright, for the drop, the pattern is a little different. Same instruments, but the pattern's a little bit different. You have right here something kind of interesting. It's a roll. It's a really fast roll, and I have the velocity going up. See right here, you can pick like the pitch of the notes, the velocity of the notes, the pans of the notes. I just have them going brrr, instead of like just straight brrr, just like brrr, you know. Oh shit. So yeah, and I think the bells are playing the same exact pattern. Yeah, bells are playing the same pattern. For the bass, we have like I said, the kicks, and then we got the bass is just a square wave. Right here, square wave, kind of low, and we have a sine wave, detuned a little bit, and with the tune to -5, It's just to create kind of some like width in the sound. -4 or mixer track 14. I don't know why I said that. This is the EQ. It's a square wave. This is without the EQ. This is with. It just rolls off a little bit of high frequencies, and that was just me EQing to how I wanted it after the limiter. Reverb is kind of the same thing as the kick. It's just on the high end, just to give it some more width and some more space. Like this is without everything, and this is with everything. And the reason I use limiters is just because when I have a certain volume, like this bass instrument really shouldn't change volume in the song unless I want it to. That's why I have a limiter, so it cuts it off at that volume. I don't have to worry about it. Don't have to worry about it peaking no matter what I do. Yeah, you can screen cap this to look at all these notes. What I did was, did I do anything special? No. It's just made sure the kick, right click, cut itself so nothing meshes, like the samples don't run into each other. Yeah, I already went over that. Crash 2 to sample off the Lex Luger kit. You can get this kit, just Google Lex kit download or something, I'm sure you can find it. It's just that, and the pattern is right here. And then right here you got this sample. I don't know where he got it from. I just sampled I Got Money part from the actual original song because that was the part that isn't covered in instruments. I just repeated it. Have a pause in the bass, have a pause in all the instruments. We got this sweep down, which is something I always use. Towards the end of the first part of the drop, I'll play it through. I got money, I got money. Oh my gosh. Okay. Really? Computer's been lagging lately. Alright. Well, my computer won't let me play it, so basically I have a cutoff filter on the pluck and the bell, and this is another thing interesting that I forgot to go over. The bell, the ethno lead, and the mute guitar are all linked to this one mixer track. How you do that is, okay, originally they'll all be, everything right here will be linked to the master. Well, if you want one effect on multiple things, you don't want to have to run multiple effects, click this mixer track, right click right here, route to this track only. It'll take it from going to the master to going to this, and then going to the master. Okay, so all three of these are on this mixer track. It has a fruity filter. These are the settings. I think this is all default, except I took off the high pass and band pass. It's on. It's a low pass filter, meaning it cuts out the higher frequencies. It lets the low frequencies pass through. Cutoff frequency, right click, automation clip. I also automate this to only be on at this time. See, it's only on at this time, and then during this little break it's on and it goes off. For that effect, you right click on the cutoff frequency and watch as it plays how the cutoff frequency. Yeah. So, and also it's on the snare too. This is a separate fruity filter for the snare. Has a little bit different envelope, but same type of deal. Sweep is just a white noise sweep sample. You can make those in 3x oscillator by just having white noise and then doing a filter if you don't have a sample. Excuse me. And then you got like right after everything goes, it like fades out, and then I have another one that's reverse. It fades in. Then this little vocal is a chant out of a pack. Just look up chant pack, trap chant pack, download. You can get them for free. And then just goes back into the regular drop, and it basically just repeats, except this drop is different. This bass line is different. I'll close some stuff. This bass line is different by a little bit. That's pretty much the only difference. It has a little slide, which if you don't know how to do slides, it's basically you have this regular note, and then you go up here and you put in another note. And so basically what it is this note is sliding down to this note, okay? So you have the regular note, and then you have the slide note with the little triangle. See that? Oh, and also these drums are a little different. For this second drop piece, he has an 808 crash going 4 to the floor, which means every quarter note, pss, 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 which is just an 808 crash at the Lex kit. It's just an 808 crash. This, he has a little crash roll, kind of like pretty much a riser, just with crash samples, just velocity going up. He has a riser. Keep saying he has. I mean, I think I added this. I can't remember if he had one in it or not. But basically, what this is a really basic, stupid sounding riser. It's just a couple square square saw. Just play around with that, and what it is has an LFO, square LFO in the volume, amount all the way up, attack, pre-delay down, speed is 2 steps, and it's just a slide note. It's a up slide, not a down slide. That's all that is. I don't have any EQ on or nothing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. As far as mastering goes, I use this W1 limiter, which is super cool. For full volume, I would have it at -12, but for this, I turned it down a little. But that's all I do from a mastering. I mean, I'm a noob, so. But yeah, if you have any more questions, just message me GravityGFX, and just remember, he has a tempo automation. He has filter cutoff automation. The bass is just a square wave. It's just a square wave. Oh, I forgot to go over this. Square wave with like a steady decay and a slight pre-delay, so when the kick hits, the bass isn't hitting yet, so it gives the kick some space. And it just has some EQ, you know. But that's it. If you have any questions, anybody want me to remake something, go over something, just message me. And I'll be making next week a FL Studio Basics tutorial, so you have no idea what I'm talking about, then you'll learn next week. Alright, bye.